Crash Crescendo 2024, day number 2, here from Spartanburg, South Carolina at CrossFit Crash. Elite CoEd teams of 4 are on the floor. They had 2 events yesterday. If you missed them, head back and check those out. Pretty good combination of events, and today the challenge to start has to do with the grip. You see the workout on the screen, a lot going on at once. 2 different CoEd pairs working through 2 different implements. On the right side of the screen, athletes are taking on the drag rope double under for a total of 300 reps, split as desired. And on the left side of the screen, the other partnership, 10 pegboard ascents, again, split as you want. Once that's complete, switch. So both pairs will have to do both of those things. Waiting for them are some deadlifts over there, middle of the workout. It's kind of an up and down chipper actually for each pair individually. 30 synchro deadlifts. Men have 365, women have 255. Then you'll return to the implement that you did second, so you'll ultimately end with the implement that you did first. Spoke with some of the teams this morning. It seems like the general consensus was to have your strong pegboarders start actually. The double unders are actually considered to be more difficult than the pegboards for some of the top teams. And therefore, the pair that has the best chance on the pegboard at the end after doing that second set of double unders will be able to close out the workout. 20-minute time cap on this one, only 2 heats today. 11 total teams in this competition. Didn't see them yesterday. We'll run you through the teams on the floor. Lane number 1, closest to us, is Apex Black. Justin Bell and Rebecca Stidham are on the pegboard. Right in front of you there, Kara Petrozelli and Caleb Sylvie working on the drag rope double unders. Lane number 2 is Spindle City on the pegboard right now, dropping one of the pegs actually, Teresa Bucket. Her and T. James Henderson are on the pegboard, while Brandy Airy and Will Harson work on the double under. Middle of the floor for this one, lane number 3 is Mayhem Liberty. Dalton Rogers and Rebecca Devine chipping away at the pegboards, while Nick Azor and Kenzie Campbell work on the double unders. 1 lane down from them, lane number 4, we have 12th State. Mike Eleftheru and Anna Vincent on the pegboard. Kimberly DeCray and Austin Rowe working on the drag rope. And farthest away from us, CrossFit Coalition, Brandon Estep and Bethany Smyers on the pegboard, while Chuck Smyers and Marissa Estep work on the jump rope. 3.5 minutes have gone by so far. Sorry for this late start today. Also apologize if the audio isn't perfect. Just having a hard time getting some stuff set up. But we'll try to give you guys the best coverage we can, as always. See, some of the teams on the double unders have finished. Spindle City partnership of Airy and Parka Harson and his Mayhem Liberty partnership of Azor and Campbell are waiting to start on their first set of 10 pegboard ascents. Will taping up the hand of teammate T. James Henderson there. There's some blood on the hand to rip. T. James jumping up on the wall to get another pegboard. In the meantime, Justin Bell leaves his pegs pretty high up there on the wall in lane number 1 for Apex Black. That was the last pegboard for Spindle City, so they'll be the first team to make the transition there. Parker Harson and Airy to the wall, while Puckett and Henderson will head to the rope. A couple other double under pairings. Looks like all the double under pairings are done. Anna Vincent on the wall. They're doing basically a strict pull-up, and I don't know if she's gonna make it. 1 more peg to go. What an effort from Anna Vincent, my goodness. she's able to get this all the way back down, that would be something. Far left side, that's Rebecca Stidham in the yellow and green. Randy Airy, Dalton Rogers for Mayhem Liberty descending the pegboard, as is Anna Vincent on all black. And after that incredible fight, she ends up basically 2 pegs short of finishing that rep. Can't say it's for lack of trying, but she's definitely disappointed not to close that one out. Still remains Spindle City as the only team to make the switch so far. J.R. Howell with the tool for getting the pegs down, as Apex Black leaves them pretty high up on the wall again. Bethany Smyers on the wall, far right side for Coalition. Michaela Peru in the all black. Rebecca Devine, middle of the floor, gray and black. And Will Fargaharson, the athletes on the pegboard right now. Massive grip fatigue in this one. Rogers looks like he's going to get up for another one here for a Mayhem Liberty team. Both the Spindle City team and the Mayhem Liberty team will be at the North America East semifinal next month, qualifying 22nd and 17th respectively in the East Division. Very humid in the building. Well, it is a little slick from the athletes that I've spoken to. Rogers gets another rep for Mayhem Liberty. Fargaharson, another good rep for Spindle City. Left Theroux. Quick pull up to get back in position, and he's not even close to the top. Yeah, coming down is going to be the best choice there. Smyers comes off the wall in lane number 5. Rebecca Devine getting set for another attempt in lane number 3. Rebecca Stidham on the left side of the floor going up for Apex Black. Rebecca Devine on the wall, middle of the floor. Brandon Estep, far right side, going to give it a go. Brandy Arians, Spindle City, doesn't get more than 2 pegs up the wall there. Fargaharson, seemingly the only athlete that's not having any issue right now. For Spindle City there in the neon shorts. Another successful rep for Will. Will Fargaharson taking the brunt of the load for the men yesterday on the handstand walk. Very impressive performance there. Also saw him do a 3-rep max strict pull-up with 135 pounds last year in the men's teams of 4 division here. So very good with the body weight strength, upper body pulling. Dalton Rogers is at a dead hang on the wall halfway up here. I mean, he's an incredibly strong individual, but I just don't, yeah. Hila Peru. Bethany Smyers, right side of the wall. Hila Peru comes down, Smyers comes down, Fargaharson up again. Another good rep for Will. Not sure where they're at. 2 more, I believe. Indication from the judge there. Henderson and Puckett long done with the double unders. Randy Airy gonna give it a go here. Cara Petrozelli doing some handstand walk hold practice over here. Will back up on the wall. Didn't track early on. He may have done all of these so far for their partnership. Wow. Saves it at the bottom with one hand. Rebecca Devine comes back off. Well, grip exchange here. Olga Harson has 1 rep to go. Brandy Airy is going to give it a go. 12.5 minute mark. Trying the shoes of Dalton Rogers and the wall, Kenzie Campbell, Nick Azor. Stidham left side of the screen, Rogers right side of the screen. Only 2 athletes on the wall right now. Stidham comes off. Don't think this is a matter of strength for Dalton Rogers. He just cannot get any footing. Gets the pegs to the top. Legs completely dangling there. Good rep for Rogers, and they will make the switch. So Kenzie Campbell and Nick Azor will have a chance to take on the pegboard. Bethany Smyers going for another rep outside lane there. Parker Harson, last rep, if he's able to get it, for the second pair for Spindle City, which would release them to the deadlifts. Again, in the middle of this workout, 30 synchro deadlifts, male, male, female, female, on those. 365 for the men, 255 for the women. And it does release them for the deadlift. Oh, excuse me, it's still male, male, female pair, so it's synchro deadlifts at the top. 365 on the right for Henderson, 265 for Puckett. And Will, having done all the pegboards, probably going to let Henderson take some of these deadlifts off the bat. Nice crowd on hand here. 80 total teams competing across 7 divisions. Kenzie Campbell from Mayhem Liberty on the wall. Michael Efteru, 12th state. Brandon Estep giving it a go for Cross the Coalition outside lane. Campbell, great rep there. Nick Azor now on the wall. Less than 5 minutes this time cap for heat number 1. Estep fighting outside lane. Azor gets a good rep. So Azor and Campbell making some work on the pegboard. Vincent, middle of the three athletes there. Gets to the top. Campbell. Another good rep for Mayhem Liberty. I believe that's 5. 4 minutes to the cap. See if Anna Vincent can finish up a good rep here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She was at the bottom of one earlier as well. Wow. That's 2 reps that Anna Vincent has had that came within 1 or 2 pegs of finishing them. Deadlifts done for Spindle City. Get out of the way, don't get whipped by the rope there. So Spindle City is into the back half of this workout. Clearly the wall is slowed down basically every athlete here. Apex Black hasn't even attempted one in a while. Caleb Sylvie is walking towards the wall. We'll see if he gives it a go. He's on the far left side of your screen. Coalition has, looks like Smyers might give it another attempt as well. Kenzie Campbell got another good rep for Liberty. Brandy Aries going to try to get up the wall. Little avail, and now they're painting the bottom of the wall in chalk, it looks like. Nick Azor, meantime, no problem for Mayhem Liberty. Looks like he's positioned to get another rep, and he does. Very curious to see how the second heat's going to do. The second heat, again, has the top seeded teams from yesterday and several of the top teams from across North America East. Justin Bell, left side in the white shirt, working his way up the wall. That chalk does seem to be potentially helping a little bit, but he's now reached the part of the wall that doesn't have it. Scraping the wall with his shoe to try to get some traction. Probably got about 2 more pulls to go to get up there. Unable to do it, he's coming back down. Two minutes to the cap here in heat number 1. Azor up on the wall again, middle of the floor. Brandy Airy giving it an effort next to him on the left. Puckett and Henderson working on the double unders with the drag rope. Devine and Rogers from Mayhem Liberty doing the same. And now Azor and Campbell have finished up their set of 10 pegboards before Devine and Rogers have finished up those 300, drag rope double unders. Means Azor and Campbell will be waiting at the barbell. Try to get some deadlifts done before the cap expires. Will Farkaharson on the wall for Spindle City. And I mean, with the struggles that everyone else has been having, him going up and down this wall is so easy. Might just have to ask him about that. He looks like he's going to go for a touch and go pegboard climb. Despite all the other problems that are going on, Will Farkaharson absolutely putting on a clinic here on the wall. You can probably hear the barbell off screen. Campbell and Azor get 5 deadlifts done. Rogers. Nick Azor cheering him on. Devine and Azor will take over. 15 seconds into the cap. Last 10 seconds. The Spindle City is going to end up setting the score to beat here. Let's see if Farkaharson can, and he does get one more pegboard. Will, how many pegboards in that round? How many double unders they get?
213.
213 double unders, 3 pegboards on the way back for Spindle City. They will have the top score, with the top 6 teams now getting set to take the floor. So they finished the first round entirely, and the deadlifts. 213 double unders, 3 pegboards for the first pair on the way back. And Everything running smoothly and on time here at CrossFit Crash as always. Second heat is on the floor. Run you through the teams here. CrossFit Reignited in lane number 1. It looks like Shaylin Laurie and Quinn Robinson will head to the pegboard. Jordan Lundeen and Steph Grange will start on the jump rope. We're going to pull up the workout for you one more time just to be reminded of it. I had the wrong workout up earlier, I realize now, excuse me. This is the workout. Apologies for not having the right one up at the start of the stream. 20-minute time cap. One pair will do 10 pegboards, the other pair will do 300 drag rope double unders, then they'll switch. After completing that, they'll head to the barbells for 30 synchro deadlifts, one male, one female at the same time, at a time on 2 separate bars, 365 for the men, 255 for the women. If they complete that, they'll head back. The team that came off of the pegboards will go back to them first. And Quinn Robinson looks like he's ready to go. And then work their way back down. So there's the workout.
Let's go, Brian.
Lane number 2, Crash Kids. Coming in 4th overall, 2nd on the first one yesterday, 7th on the second one. Looks like Zach Streel and Caroline Thomas will be on the wall, while Kaden Myers and Jessica Rubel will start on the jump rope. Mayhem Independence and the Grid House are tied on points. Zoe Jones and Sam DeMeester start on the pegboards. Angela Chico, Molly McGrandy will start on the jump rope. Grid House, courtesy of the event win yesterday, holds the tiebreak and therefore the leaders' jerseys today. Got an event win on the second workout last night. Caroline Klutz, Ben Sexton will be on the wall. Stevie Dellinger, Kevin Steinhaus will start on the ropes. Let's see how these pegboards look for this heat. Lane number 5, let's see what happens.
Right away, lane 1, right away.
Let's see what happens. Lane number 5, Tristan Flore, Bryn Carrick on the pegboard, Evan Rogers and Caroline Stanley on the jump rope, and far right side of the floor, the number 2 qualifying team out of the North America East quarterfinals, Ocean State CrossFit. Ethan Helbing and Christine Best will start on the wall, while Christine Middleton and Josh Mattis get to work on the drag rope double unders. See a dramatic difference in the proficiency with which these teams are getting up the wall from heat number 1. There was some conversation about the slickness of the wall, but we saw Will Farquharson do very well. Nikki Azor and Kenzie Campbell from AM Liberty as well. And Quinn Robinson and Shaylin Laurie in lane 1 doing very well on the pegboard to start. Caroline Thomas in the purple pants, working her way back down for Crash Kids. Sam DeMeester, good rep for Liberty. Ben Sexton, good rep for the Grid House. Carrick on the wall and Ethan Helbig in lanes 5 and 6 respectively. Zach Streel, no shirt, left side of the screen, gray shorts, going up and down with big jumps on the pegboard. It looks like he's going to go for a touch and go double at least. Quinn Robinson, left side of the screen, who we saw have tons of energy starting this one. Very excited, and he's going to get a good rep in as well. DeMeester up, Sexton, Fiore, Christine Best on the right side. Quinn Robinson, touch and go rep on the left side of lane number 1. Caroline Thomas getting set to go for another rep for the Crash Kids. We're only 2 minutes in, and already obviously a huge difference here. We're going to get teams who get much further along in this one than we saw in heat number 1, which is as expected. This heat is full of some of the best teams in the country, potentially in the world as well. I think Grid House was removed from the season this year for an unfortunate circumstance, but they're a games team last season. AM Liberty finishing top 10 at the games. Ocean State, comprised of all athletes who've been at the CrossFit Games before and reignited either semifinal or games experience in both team and individual for all of their athletes. Sexton with the leader jersey, top of the wall there for Grid House. Zoe Jones on his left in the gray and blue for AM Liberty. To the left of that, Streel and Ben Robinson. Fiore getting to work for team. Let's see what happens. Christine Best to the far right side. Evan Rogers and Caroline Stanley done with the drag rope double unders. You see them there waiting for Thori and Carrick to finish up. Zach Streel and Caroline Thomas are done with the pegboards, as are Demeester and Jones. Last set for McGrandy in the all black right there. Caden Myers working on the double unders for the Crash Kids. And Mayhem Liberty has the lead here at the 3-minute 26-second mark. DeChico getting to work on the wall, black shorts. Demeester, red shoes, black shorts on the double unders, middle of the floor. Caroline Klutz and Ben Sexton have cleared the wall, so Dellinger and Steinhaus will work there. So the top two teams coming in are the top two teams so far. And now reignited off camera. Pegboards are done far left. You might be able to see them. They just need a few more double under reps, it looks like. Jordan Lundin getting a set of those done. In the meantime, Molly McGrandy, black pants and sports bra, working out for Liberty on the wall. Now Caden Myers to the left of her in the gray with pink. So Crash Kids has been putting on a great showing here through 3 events. They're hanging in the mix with the top dogs. Tristan Fiore finishes a rep on the wall, and Evan Rogers will take over for him. Let's see what happens. Comes in 3rd overall. They're not the only really non-team team that's in this heat. 4 individuals from the state of North Carolina that decided to throw down here for fun, and they're doing very, very well so far. Obviously, they each do have some individual accolades to their credit. Caroline Stanley qualifying for the games last year. Evan Rogers finishing 15th at the East semifinal. Bryn Carrick with team experience in the past. Tristan Fiore as well, both individual and team. Mattis and Middleton are now working on the pegboards. Change up the angle for you guys here so we can see some of the jump rope work as well. So far left on the wall, you now have Grange and Lundin working on the pegboard. At the top of the wall there, middle, is Angelo DeChico. Mayhem Independence is the leaders currently in the heat. Kevin Steinhaus, black hat, blue shorts. For the Grid House, we're second at the transition. Evan Rogers, purple shorts to his right. We're 4th to the wall, and Jessica Rubo, blue top, black pants, second from the left on your screen. Crash Kids, we're in the 3rd spot at the switch. Josh Mattis, far right side, was on that CrossFit Believe team that did not get to compete at the games last year due to a really unfortunate circumstance the week prior that he experienced. Great to see him back in competition. Really one of the class acts in terms of just a great person, sportsman, and athlete, obviously. Had the pleasure of speaking with him yesterday a little bit. Really good guy. Caroline Stanley on the wall in the all gray to his left. Stevie Dellinger finishing up a rep for the Grit House as McGrandy is at the top of the pegboard for Mayhem Independence. Caden Myers, the young, I believe he's 18 years old, competed here as an individual. It might be 19 now. Last year in Crucible, late fill-in for Crash Kids, who had an athlete who needed to withdraw. He makes good on another pegboard, as does Jordan Lundin to his left. Middleton getting set to go far side of the floor. Rogers, top of the pegboard for team Let's See What Happens. Steinhaus makes way with another good rep for the Grit House. Stevie Dillinger will get set to go. Jessica Rubo, middle of the pegboard. Steph Grange to her left, and now they're both at the top at the same time. And the Mayhem team is done with the first part of this workout, so they'll get to the deadlifts at the 7-minute mark. McGrandy and DeChico going to get to work first on those. It looks like the Great House team have finished their double under. Steinhaus on the wall, not sure how many reps they have remaining. Caroline Stanley working on a pegboard there on the right side of the screen. Jordan Lundin and Caden Myers working on pegboard as well on the left. Jones and Demeester hit a good set of deadlifts. It looks like they're just going to go 3 sets of 5 back and forth. They could get this done potentially in 1 minute. I asked Angelo DeChico earlier today how heavy those deadlifts were, and he said for 3 sets of 5, it's not too bad, just a little grip fatigue to set in the middle of the workout even more. Zoe Jones and Sam Demeester making light work of their deadlifts on their second set of 5 here as we approach the 8-minute mark. Still no other teams on to the deadlift. And as I say that, with team Let's See What Happens makes their way over there. It looks like Tristan Story and Brent Carrick are strapping on some belts. Rogers and Stanley going to do the same. Steinhaus back up on the wall for the Grid House. Jessica Rubo, same for Crash Kids. Both of those teams got to that second pairing before. Let's see what happens. They've now moved into second place in the heat. They were only 5 points behind Independence and Grid House, and 8 minutes and 14 seconds was all it took. 1 minute and 14 seconds, excuse me, for 30 deadlifts for Mayhem Independence. Sexton and Klutz standing at the deadlift bar waiting as Dellinger and Steinhaus still have at least one more pegboard to do. Angela Chico back to the wall with McGrandy, Demeester, and Jones back to the jump rope. They're on the second half of this workout. Thomas and Streel have finished up the jump rope for Crash Kids. Katie Myers and Rubo on their last rep on the pegboard. One finger up in the air for their judge. Kaden Myers working his way back down. And if they get this rep done, they'll head to the deadlifts, and it looks like Grid House will do the same. So basically a dead heat between Crash Kids and the Grid House, but that deadlift looks a lot harder, or heavier I should say, for Crash Kids than it does for at least the first pair of the Grid House. Nevertheless, both teams get 5 reps in the bank there right off the bat. Steinhaus goes for a second. Dillinger drops. She now does go for some touch and go reps. Only a set of 3 there. Nothing wrong with small sets on those deadlifts. Just got to preserve the grip for the back half of this workout. Again, both partners still have to do 10 more peg boards and 300 more double unders. Middleton, far right of the screen there, working on what's got to be one of the last peg boards for Ocean State. Rogers doing the same, but he's on the second half of this workout now. The team, let's see what happens. Mayhem Independence continues to lead. Let's see what happens. Second place, Crash Kids and Grid House were in the dead heat, getting to the deadlifts, and now far side of the floor, reignited also on the deadlifts. So Ocean State, the only team not to get to them yet, as Middleton looks like she's working on the very last peg of the last rep. Oh my goodness. And she's unable to get it. Apologizing to her team, but Mattis is going to have to go back up again. They're going to be getting those deadlifts soon, so we're going to move out of the way, not be in their way. Team Reignited absolutely blitzed those deadlifts. Crash is still working on them. Saw that they were a little heavier for them relative to some of the other teams. Top 3 teams in the heat right now are here in the middle of the floor. Mayhem Independence, let's see what happens, and the Grid House. We're the top 3 teams coming in, but not in that order. Mayhem Independence and Grid House were tied on points. Grid House with the tiebreaker based on their event win is currently 3rd in the heat. Let's see what happens. 5 points behind those 2 teams. So if it goes 1-2-3 for Independence, and let's see what happens. I believe then Independence will be in the lead by 10 points, and it'll be a tie for 2nd and 3rd between the other 2. Matt is up on the wall again, so they had more than 1 rep remaining, it looks like. Jordan Mundine just got a good rep. Reunited left side of the screen. Steph Grange now getting to work. Caroline Stanley on the wall going up. And to her left, Stevie Dillinger doing the same for the Grit House. The Chico and McGrandy are done with their second set of 10 on the pegboards. Just waiting for Jones and Demeester to clear the jump rope before they make their final transition. And we're only at the 12-minute mark. 8 minutes to the time cap. It's looking very good for Independence to get this one done. And Ocean State has now cleared the wall. And they'll head to the deadlifts. Nope. Mattis will have another rep to do, excuse me. Other 5 teams are all working on the pegboard in the second round. It's this first pairing for 4 of the teams. And Angelo DeChico and Molly McGrandy finishing 10 already. Angelo waiting for that last rep to go, and he's going to start straight in on the final set of 300 drag rope double unders for his pairing, as Demeester is going to get set to work on the pegboards for the final time. He's in the red shoes and blue shorts, just underneath the rain sign in the clock there, left side of the screen. Kaden Myers on the wall next to him. Stevie Dellinger going up for the Grit House. leaders jerseys for Sexton and Klutz there. You can hear the deadlift Ocean State off camera, so they have cleared them. Josh Mattis may not do any of these, I'm not sure, as he's going to have to take a bunch of the work on the pegboards on the way back as well, most likely. Gordon Run D for Reignited coming down the wall, left side of the floor. Good rep for Zoe Jones for Mayhem Independence, middle of the floor. The Meester back up for another rep. 6.5 minutes to the time cap. Dellinger working her way back down. Evan Rogers on the last rep for the first pair. For the team, let's see what happens. So they're holding strong in that 2 spot. Fiore waiting to take over on the wall. I thought there was one finger up there. I'm not sure if they have another rep. We'll have to wait and see. Steinhaus making his way up in the blue courts. Jessica Rubo making her way down. As is Steph Grames. Those are on the far 2 left lanes. And Rogers does have another rep, so I'm not sure what the one finger up was from that judge, but they are not done yet. And so it still continues to be Mayhem Independence and everyone else as far as this workout is concerned. Grit House pairing on the double unders is done. They're waiting for Dillinger and Steinhaus to clear the wall. And now Evan Rogers is done. Stay on the right side foreground. Caroline Stanley starting in on the final 300 double unders with the drag ropes. There's over 5 minutes to go, so absolutely can get those done. Tristan Fiore working up the wall. Both of those teams have now cleared past Spindle City's score from the previous heat. So they're gonna be almost definitely 1 and 2 in this workout. Gridhouse has another rep to go on the wall. Caden Myers working for the Crash Kids. Definitely a battle there for the 3 and 4 spot. Don't count out Reignited far left side of the floor either. No one working on the pegboard right now for them. Not sure if they're done or if they're just resting. Clearly the grip fatigue is a real thing. We're 15 minutes in and everything you have to do in this workout demands that you hold on to something. Those drag ropes are tough. Pegboards obviously demanding, and then the deadlifts in the middle of the workout. Steinhaus getting set to go again. Jessica Rubo the same for the Crash Kids. And Steinhaus comes off the wall looking at his hands. Wonder if he has a rip there or not. Looks like Stevie Dellinger. Looks like he's ripping skin off his hand. So Crash Kids working on the pegboards. Grid House taking a break right now. Hand up for Demeester and Jones, it looks like. And Demeester stripping his grips, confident in Zoe Jones. We may have a finisher here for the Mayhem Independence team. Middleton is getting to work on the pegboard over there, so she's trying to help Josh out on the round back, looking down at the ground, see if she's able to finish it out. Demeester and Jones done at the 16-minute mark. Just have to wait for the Chico and McGrady to finish up the double unders. Tristan Fiore looks like he's going to get another good rep. Middleton unable to get that one, leaves the pegs up high. Josh Mattis calling for some assistance. Bryn Carrick up on the wall in lane number 5 for let's see what happens. On 16:30, Mayhem Independence, seeing giving themselves some high fives there. They're going to take the event win and take over the overall lead in this competition. Now they're hoping that let's see what happens, and maybe Crash Kids can middle the Grit House to increase that lead as they head into event 4. After this one will be at the midway point of competition for these teams. This will be the 3rd event. They got one more later today about 3:15 Eastern time, and then 2 more on tap tomorrow. Three minutes to the time cap. Steph Grange comes off the wall for Reignited. Jessica Rubo going to go up again for Crash Kids. Steinhaus working on the wall after clearing up his hands a little bit. And Tristan Fiore, who's looked real good on the wall throughout this workout, he comes down. Again, let's see what happens is on their final partnership. So they're chipping away towards the end of this workout. Grit House does get another good rep. Them and Crash are both on their first pairing. The double unders have been completed and need to clear the wall for the pegboards. Caroline Klutz running to grab some grips from the crowd. Caden Myers has at least one more to go. So does Dillinger and Stein. Those grips are for Steinhaus, in fact. He definitely has some bloody hands. You can see him. You might not be able to see him. Get a close-up of what's going on there. Hand care management absolutely at a premium there. Caden Myers working his way back down. not the final rep for Crash Kids. Dylan's are barely able to get going on the wall. Double unders complete for Stanley and Rogers. "90 seconds to the cap." Myers going back up on the wall. There is a definite battle going on between Crash Kids and Grit House. And the team that finishes this 10 reps on the pegboard first is going to end up taking third place overall in this workout. Final rep of the workout for Tristan Fiore for Let's See What Happens. Steinhaus off the wall again. And Myers clears the way, so Crash Kids, who came into this one fourth place overall, are really impressing this weekend. Would not have expected him to be ahead of teams like Ocean State, Reignited, and battling with the Grit House here. Zach Streel working on the pegboards in the last minute of this workout. Again, Tristan Fiore with the final rep for Let's See What Happens. If he's able to get it, they'll be the second team to finish at the 19:20 mark, and they'll celebration there. Very well done, Tristan Fiore, Brent Carrick, Caroline Stanley, and Evan Rogers. Makeshift team doing very, very well. They've beat in the second position with 3 workouts to go. 30 seconds to the cap. Zach Streel loves the pegboard, muscle up, rope climb, just a beast with upper body pulling. Another good rep, it looks like. And at the 18 seconds to go, he's going right back into another rep for Get the Grip. Zach Streel is manhandling these pegboards. 10 seconds to go, and he will get one more rep. He has the capacity to go again, but knows that it won't matter. No rep with other teams on the wall. So Mayhem Independence will take that one and the overall win. What's up, Zoe?
Hi.
You have enough grip strength left?
Yeah, a little bit.
No.
Double unders before and after deadlift was very hard. We had a plan of 25s, and that went to crap really fast. We did 10s, 15s.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well,
It was good though. The pegboard was like almost irrelevant. I mean,
yeah. Right. Well done. You guys should be in the lead. Good work. All right, so she said that the double unders were by far the hardest part of that workout for them. And pegboards felt really good. So a different experience than most of the teams. All right, we're gonna make way. I'll try to clear up the audio issues for the next one. Apologies for that. 3:15, event number 4 for the elites will be going down. We'll see you guys then.